1 billion. That's how many surveillance cameras have been installed worldwide. And that's not even including the cameras on our doors, outside our houses, and in our phones. Approximately half of those cameras are in China alone. With some slight rounding, that means there's roughly 1 camera for every 3 Chinese citizens. With more consumers being wary of all the cameras around them, privacy has become a luxury. Communities are being formed around ways to thwart surveillance altogether, and legislation is being passed to protect people from being watched. The global video surveillance market is expected to grow from 48 billion to 76 billion in the next 4 years alone. So the question is, who will win this fight for privacy?
You asked me a question earlier if I consider myself part of the movement. I don't think I would identify as that, but I'm a supporter.
This is Matt Edmondson. He was an agent for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for over 20 years, and recently made headlines when he created a homemade DIY anti-surveillance device for a colleague.
When I was looking to try to help out this other person, I was just very depressed at the ratio of tools, devices, everything else out there to spy on people versus trying to help you figure out if you're being spied on. I would go to the bookstore and flip through magazines for a few minutes. I would then go gas up my car. Then I would go to Starbucks and get something to drink. And I would look down at my tablet or phone or whatever I was using. And I would see, did I see any devices at all 3 locations? It's constantly checking for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and it can be expanded to low pressure sensors on tires, things like that. But it's constantly checking for devices. And then it's saying hey, is there any device that I'm seeing right now that I also saw 5 to 10 minutes ago?
Whether it's painting your face to disguise yourself from security cameras.
It's a good way of trying to mess with the camera systems is by messing with the light and dark balances of the face.
Or European activists resisting AI facial recognition. People are beginning to forcefully push back, causing a cascade of new oversights, investigations, bills, and regulations. The irony of making a video about anti-surveillance is that most of the people I reached out to with some expertise on the matter either flat out declined or said they don't do video interviews. That is, except for Matt.
I think I'm very smart about how I do things and try not to do dumb things, but also I feel like you have to live your life. I think some of the most amazing technology I've ever seen wasn't stuff that was classified. It was just stuff that was compiled from the private sector. Right now, the reason that people are doing what they're doing, you can't blame them, right? Power companies are selling our information. It's a revenue stream. Eventually, there'll be a little bit more awareness, and maybe with that awareness, hopefully we'll have some better options. Because right now, the options aren't good. They're just really, really not.
It's clear that there is a monetary value for businesses and corporations to monitor their consumers, and there is definitely a security value for governments. But for a growing number of people, their autonomy and anonymity aren't for sale or public consumption.
I'm a supporter, and I will do things that I can to help them. And if I can use my knowledge, both technical or other ways, and maybe how some things work to kind of help out with that, I'm cool with that.